Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Denise and I am the owner of The Untamed Thread, which is an online resale business. I sell clothing, shoes, and handbags for women and men. I sell on platforms like Shopify, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And so if you're interested in seeing anything that I have available in my stores, I will leave the links below in my description and feel free to shop. If you shop in my Shopify store and use code YouTube30 at checkout, you will receive 30% off your order. I also offer free shipping for orders $45 or more, or a flat rate shipping fee of $5.99 for any other orders. If you are new, welcome to my channel and thank you for finding me. And if you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Today, we are going to have my first 90-day update. So I started this channel back in January. And I had said any of the sourcing that I do, so whether that be at the bins, whether that be a thrift haul or a mystery box or liquidation box that I open on this channel, I will come back 90 days later and let you know how I did. So what sold, maybe what didn't sell, how much sold, what profit did I make after 90 days. So if that's something that you are interested in today, please stick around. All right. Like I said, this is my first 90-day update, and this is kind of exciting for me because in terms of like mystery or liquidation boxes that I have ordered in the past and opened up, I usually will keep track of how much I'm selling and when, so I can kind of understand whether or not that was a good box and do I want to order again. But I've never done like an overview of any of my bins hauls. So intuitively, I'm pretty sure that I make my money back pretty quickly and then make a profit quickly, but I didn't know just how much. So this is going to be kind of exciting for me to see the first bins haul that I had opened on this channel or showed you on this channel, which I think was, I have down here the 23rd. So my very first bins haul that I did here, and now it's just about 90 days later. And I want to show you or tell you what sold. And this actually helps me to understand as I continue to go to the bins or go to thrift stores, am I picking up the right things? Because these are all things that are hand selected. So when I get a mystery box or a liquidation box, I sometimes kind of know what I'm getting, but I don't get to pick and choose the quality. I don't get to maybe pick and choose the brand or the style or whatever it might be. So this is just maybe validation or not validation for me that I am picking up the right things, or at least on the right track, and what I can continue to pick up in the future. So with no further ado, I will just give an overview of this bins haul, and then I will show you what sold, and I'll pop up a little screenshot up here in the corner so you can see what it is. I likely, at least for this bins haul, will probably not go through the what didn't sell because I had a total of 58 pieces. And so we would be here for a really long time. So I'm just going to go over the what sold, but I'll let you know how many pieces didn't sell and just give you a recap at the end. All right. So just to start with, like I said, I got 58 pieces from this bins haul. My cost of goods per piece was $1.23. So keep that in mind as I go through each of the pieces. And so far, after 90 days, it's probably just shy of 90 days because by the time I got everything listed and pushed out to all my platforms, it's probably closer to 85 days, but who's counting? I had sold 23 pieces and I have not sold 34 pieces. So 15 of those pieces were sold on eBay, believe it or not, and 8 pieces were sold on Poshmark. So eBay is kind of the winner for this bins haul so far. All right, let's get through to the pieces. Let me just do a quick filter here. I have these on my screen so I can go through efficiently. And then I think what I'll do is go through kind of like my least, what do I want to say? The item that sold the least to the item that sold the most. So I'll go in that order. And then when I let you know what I sold it for, what platform, and when I give you the total profit means that I've already subtracted platform fees and I've subtracted my cost of goods in that as well. So that would be pure profit. All right, the first is this Cachet Silk Blend Ruffle Trim off the shoulder crop sweater. And when I remember in my bins haul, I said there's kind of like this cult following for cachet. And I thought this was a really cute top. Now I'm disappointed because this only sold for $15, but I'll tell you why. We already have one story time with the first sale. So I had someone reach out and she offered me $10. And I was like, no. So I counter offered because I usually always counter offer. I think I had it listed for 30 or 35. And then she responded back in the comment. She's like, this is not in new condition. I can see the stains. And I was like, there's no staining on this. So I kind of waited. I came back to my office the next day and I didn't respond because I'm like, maybe I didn't see something. So I went through, I pulled it out, and there were no stains on the front of it, on the back, on the sleeves, like anything. However, I did find some staining underneath the arms, which was interesting to me because I'm like, I don't think she could see that on the pictures. So I ended up messaging her back and saying, I am so sorry. I said, I did not notice that there was staining in the underarms. And because this is silk, it's likely going to need to be dry cleaned. I'm not sure it's even going to come out. And I said, I don't feel comfortable selling this to you. And so I just delisted it and I was going to donate it. So she messages me back, I don't know, later on that day. And she's like, I don't care about the staining. I still want the top. I'll pay you $15. So I was like, really? Okay. So I relisted it for $15. I messaged her when I did that, and then it was crickets for a couple days. And then I was nervous someone else was going to buy it, but I did disclose this time. I updated the description saying that there was staining in the underarms. And then she came back a couple days later and she bought it. So I made $10.77 off of something that had stain in the underarms, and she gave me a 5-star rating. And so I don't know. It was just a really odd situation. I'd never noticed the staining, and I'm like, there's no way she could have seen that. But anyway, so that worked out okay. All right, this next one is this Ann Taylor Modal Blend Floral Crew Neck Sweater, size medium. So I thought this was absolutely adorable with the flowers on it. Someone made me an offer on Poshmark for $20. I believe I also had this listed for $35, which is, I know, on the high end, but I'm always open to offers. I was hoping to get a little more, but I'm like, well, a quick sale, maybe I'll get it $5 more down the line, or I could sit on it forever. So I ended up taking the offer and I made $14.77. The next is this Columbia Omni Shade Omni Wick full zip hooded activewear jacket in a size extra large. And I believe in the haul, I said I don't typically pick up Columbia, but I thought this was a really nice jacket. Apparently it was, and someone on Poshmark bought it for $21. So I made a profit of $13.55. The next was this LL Bean plaid fleece lined snap closure hooded jacket. This is a size boys medium. And this one I had to wash first because it just seemed like a little bit dingy, but it came out in the wash really nice. I don't think this was listed for more than 5 days. Someone offered me $21 on Poshmark and I accepted it. So my profit on this was $13.55. I don't know why that, oh no, I'm sorry. It is $15.57. I'm like, why isn't it the same as the other one? Because I did a closet clear out on that. And so she got the discounted shipping. So I didn't have to pay anything for shipping. All right. This next one is this Saucony, I believe is how it's pronounced. These ankle zip activewear running pants. These sold really quickly on eBay. These were a size large for $21.99. And once again, on eBay, the buyer always pays $6.99 shipping. I just have a flat rate shipping on this. So when I talk about my profit, that includes any of the shipping then that I had to pay for after that, platform fees, all of that. So that profit on that ended up being $12.66. Next, we have this Talbot's floral lined half button sleeveless top. This was a size extra large. And again, this sold on eBay for $21.99. And my total profit on that was $13.43. Next, we have this J. Crew Factory Floral Pleasant Popover Top, size large. And again, I try to avoid factory, but I really thought this was a cute top. I did not think it would sell for this much because it's factory, but someone on eBay made me, I think I sent an offer on eBay, and the buyer bought it for $22.99. That includes the shipping. And then my total profit on that was $14.07. And then I had this Lucky Brand floral 3/4 sleeve popover top in a size 1X. This again sold on eBay, probably through an offer because the number's kind of funky, but the buyer paid $24.49 and I made a profit of $15.10. Again, I don't know, love-hate relationship with Lucky Brand. I like it, so sometimes I pick it up if I think it's a cute piece, and that one actually sold pretty quickly. All right, this next is this Lane Bryant striped off the shoulder flutter sleeve top. And Lane Bryant, again, I try to be picky and because it doesn't always sell for a whole lot, but for some reason, Lane Bryant has been selling really well for me. So I picked this up. This was a size 18-20. The buyer paid $25.99 and I made a profit of $16.24. Next, we have these Eddie Bauer fleece line cargo activewear pants in a size 18. If you ever find these, either Eddie Bauer or LL Bean, these fleece lined activewear pants, I would suggest picking them up. They always sell for me, like quickly. And this person bought these on Poshmark for $26.99. So there must have been, maybe that was eBay. I'll have to tell by the picture. I don't have the pictures up yet, but because it just $26.99 doesn't sound right for Poshmark. But anyway, I made a profit of $15.78. Next, we have this Talbot's women's cable knit cardigan sweater. This was a size 3X. So again, Talbot's does pretty well for me, especially with the size. I thought this was a great pickup. The buyer paid $27.99 on eBay, and the total profit on that was $17.34. This Ann Taylor leopard print popover blouse. I thought this was really adorable in a size extra large. The buyer paid $27.99 on eBay, and my total profit was $18.33. Next, we have another Lucky Brand. This is 100% linen striped shorts. These were a size 33, so good size. These sold on eBay for $29.39, so I must have sent an offer, and my profit was $18.56. Next was this J. Crew Hunter Green V-neck popover blouse in a size large. So anytime I can find J. Crew that's not factory and something that's just an interesting piece, I usually will always pick it up. J. Crew just sells. J. Crew is pretty expensive retail, so I think if people can find a nice piece resale for a lot less, they will definitely buy it. This sold on eBay for $29.49, likely through offer. So my profit was $18.52. Next, I have this Calvin Klein wrap blouse, and most of the reason why I bought this is, one, it's a nice blouse, and second, it was an extra large. So Calvin Klein, again, I'm pretty picky with, but some of their dresses are really nice and some of their blouses are really cute. So this also sold for $29.49 on eBay, likely through an offer, and I made a profit of $19.54. Coffee break. All right, next we have this Laura Ashley woman mesh stripe full zip blazer jacket. Laura Ashley is not typically a brand that I would pick up, but this had a lot going for it. It was a size 3X, and I thought that someone would probably want this, and they sure did, and they actually bought this pretty quickly. This sold on eBay for $29.94. So again, I must have made an offer, and I made $17.18 off of this. Next was this Lily Pulitzer Levin padded bikini top in a size 6. This sold on Poshmark, excuse me, Poshmark for $30, and my total profit was $22.77. Next, we have these Goldie 90s pinch waist high rise straight jeans, small size 24. And when I bought them, I looked them over quickly. They're a Goldie, just made sure there weren't any like staining or anything like that. And I actually had to wash these just because they seemed they just seemed like they needed to be washed. But once I started listing them, I realized they were kind of worn. There was a lot of fraying that was starting at the hemlines. They were already kind of distressed, but there was like the front pocket had a hole in it, but it didn't go all the way through because it was like that little what they call a coin pocket in front of the regular pocket. So I just disclosed that, you know, this clearly has been worn, adds a lot of character. And someone bought them for $30. She messaged me first and she said, yeah, I think the flaws give it a lot of character, and then just like left for a few days. And then she came back and made an offer for $30, and I accepted it, considering the condition that they were in. So my profit there again was $22.77. Next are these Slazenger, I think you pronounce them. These are the golf graphic print activewear skirts. So skirts usually sell pretty well for me. These were also in a size large. Someone bought these on eBay for $31.99, and my total profit was $21.49. And then next was this J. Crew 100% wool micro houndstooth pattern dress. Dress pants, because these are men's, size 32, and someone bought these on eBay for $34.99. I believe that was, no, that was through an offer. And then my total profit on that was $23.03. Next is this new without tags Alaskan hard gear. So this brand, or this line, is by Duluth Trading Company, which I didn't know when I first picked it up, but I just thought, this was a really nice swimsuit, and probably was something, and it sure was. They are not cheap retail. This is a size 16 as well, so really appreciate the size on that. This sold on Poshmark for $40, and I made a profit of $30.77. Next is this Janska Polar Tech fleece button closure casual jacket in a size large. And I remember when I showed this in the haul, I was not sure of the brand. I just thought it was a really nice piece. And it sold, I think, within literally a couple days. I think it was the very first thing to sell out of this bins haul. And it sold on eBay for $44.99. I made a profit of $30.63. And then the next was this Chico's. So this was, I think when I showed it on the bins haul, I had it as, well, I bought two separate pieces. I found the two pieces separately in the bins, but they look like they matched. So I put them together as a set. I didn't realize they were separates and both had new with tags. I thought it was supposed to be a set new with tags. But I ended up listing them as a set. So this was a new with tags sweater set. Someone on eBay bought this. I think they sent me an offer. So the total they paid was $56.99 on eBay, and my total profit on that was $41.03. And I did want to mention that I did have one piece that I ended up, I think, showing you, but I didn't list because I found some staining on it. I tried to wash it, didn't come out. And it was an Orvis, I think, button-down men's shirt. So that is everything that I sold in this haul. And so if I add everything up, all of my profit, once again, the total cost of my haul was, oh shoot, I thought I had that in here. I believe it was around $78, I think. And my total profit to date is $421.13. So that takes all of my platform fees, any shipping, any cost of goods. That is my profit. My average profit per piece is $19.14. So if I take that average profit and I add it into everything that's left on this, I have another estimated potential remaining profit of $665. So sourcing at the bins is no joke. If you can get things for that low cost of goods and you can pick the right pieces that can sell and sell quickly, you can definitely make a profit. So I thought that was pretty good. This bins haul, I would say I picked up a few really nice pieces. And my goal, again, is to pick up maybe 2 to 3 pieces that pay for my entire haul. And I definitely did that with the last two things that I had showed you, the Chico's, the two-piece set, and then that Janska. That profit came to $71.66. So after I sold those two things, pretty much everything else is profit. So I have a lot left to sell, and hopefully those things will all sell and I don't end up, if I consider like maybe 15% of my pieces will not sell in any kind of a bins haul and I have to do something else with them. Let me just figure that out. That would be almost 9 pieces. So, let's see. So 30, hold on while I do my math. So I have 34 left. If I take out that 9, so that leaves 25 pieces times an average. I'll just do 19 for an average profit. Still $475 of potential profit on this haul. So not bad. So let me know what your favorite piece was that sold. If there's anything I can, if you want to go back and watch that haul, it's the very first bins haul that I did. Again, I think the video again was on January 23rd. So if you kind of want to just peruse through and see kind of what didn't sold, but like I said, I'm not going to go through all that because it would be a very long video. And then I have another, I think, bins haul coming up next week, and a little surprise on that. The cashier gave me a discount without me realizing it. So the cost of goods were fantastic on that. And then I have ordered a couple more Thread Up mystery boxes. They had a 30% off sale for Earth Day. It might still be going on by the time you see this video. So if you want to check that out on their rescue boxes, they're offering 30% off. So I ordered a couple of boxes and those unboxings should be coming up soon. But thank you so much for watching today and for coming back and supporting my channel. I greatly appreciate it. If this is content that you like, please give this video a thumbs up and then consider subscribing to this channel and pressing that notification bell or clicking on it so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.